I meet people that tell me that when they pray to Jesus, they see my eyes.
How do I not be this when I don't want to be? How do I turn it off?
Here I am.
For many of us, Jonathan Roumie is a name that has become synonymous with his portrayal of Jesus in The Chosen. I don't know about you guys, but for me, he's not just acting. He's bringing the role to life in a way that's deeply personal and transformative. And I know for sure that it's not just me who feels that way. Jonathan himself admits this role has changed everything for him. But now he's looking ahead to life beyond The Chosen, and I couldn't be more intrigued about what's next for this brilliant actor. In a recent interview, Jonathan reflected on the spiritual depth this role has brought to his life. "Everything changed," he said. "It really jump-started my professional career, deepened my relationship with God, and created a deeper desire in my heart to know Jesus on a molecular level." Hearing him say that made me think about how much more there is to Jonathan beyond this iconic role. He's not just an actor anymore, he's someone who lives his faith authentically through this job, and I find that so inspiring. As many of you know, Jonathan has always been open about the challenges of portraying Jesus, especially as the series dives into heavier moments. In one interview, he shared, "I can only lend my own humanity. I offer that in my portrayal and pray for the divinity to come through in the way he wants it to be seen." That honesty really hits home for me. It's like he's saying that no matter how talented he is, this role goes beyond him. It's about something much greater. And I also feel this way about his portrayal of Jesus. Even if an actor with 5 Oscars played the part, I doubt they would have done a job better than Jonathan himself. Now, the upcoming Season 5 of The Chosen holds an even more special importance, as it will highlight Jonathan's acting skills even more, while preparing himself for an eventual departure from the series. This season dives deeper into the relationships between Jesus and his disciples, showing more of their humanity and struggles. For me, it's a reminder of how relatable these stories can be, even centuries later. Jonathan shared that these episodes required him to tap into even more emotional depth, saying, "We're taking this journey to places we haven't been before. It's exciting and challenging." Does knowing this make you appreciate his dedication even more? Because it absolutely makes me go crazy about him. But, regrettably, as The Chosen gears up for its 5th season, Jonathan is starting to think about what comes next. He's hinted at wanting to explore roles that let him continue to tell meaningful stories, whether they're biblical or not. "I hope to honor him," he said, "and I will continue to do that as long as he allows me to, whether it's The Chosen or something else." I mean, this man's dedication to God is clearly beyond The Chosen, and even though it breaks my heart to see him go, I'm honestly excited about what he will do next in this new chapter of his life. One thing I love about Jonathan is how grounded he stays, despite the pressure of playing such an iconic figure. He once said, "I recognize that none of this is about me. I don't matter in the grand scheme of things. The mission is about Jesus. It's about God." That humility is just one of the reasons I admire him so much. It's not about the fame or the recognition. It's about using his platform to share something bigger. On top of all these, acting is not the only occupation Jonathan is occupied with. Beyond acting, Jonathan is deeply committed to humanitarian work. Did you know he partnered with Unbound, a nonprofit organization, to sponsor a 6-year-old girl in Rwanda? In other words, he's not just talking the talk, he's walking the walk. In the interview, "With great power comes great responsibility," he said. "It takes very little to change an entire family's life. I think it's incumbent upon those of us who have that ability." So, do not be surprised to see him dedicating his life to philanthropy completely. Honestly, hearing that makes me want to do more in my own life, and I feel pretty bad about myself, not gonna lie. It seems like The Chosen has been very impactful in leading Jonathan to explore these other aspects of life. In fact, he has also been candid about how The Chosen has shaped his personal faith. "I would describe my faith as hopefully devoted with always having room to go further," he shared. "Committed but with room to grow, open to the wisdom and discernment of the Spirit, to show me where I need to come up as a human." Let me know how you feel about this, but to me, that's such a relatable way to think about faith. Always striving but acknowledging there's more to learn. He's also been vocal about the role faith plays in his approach to future projects. While he hasn't shared specifics, Jonathan has mentioned his desire to continue acting in stories that resonate deeply. "I want to explore narratives that challenge me spiritually and emotionally," he said in another interview. "Stories that remind us of our shared humanity and bring us closer to understanding each other." That kind of vision makes me even more excited about what's to come. I mean, at this point, We should all remember that Jonathan's journey to The Chosen wasn't an easy one either. Like, his entire life can be a movie. That's how impressive that is. He shared how, before landing the role of Jesus, he was at a low point in his career multiple times in interviews, struggling to make ends meet and questioning his path. 3 months before The Chosen, I surrendered everything, he said. I gave up control and trusted God to guide me. Then this role came along, and I knew it was divine timing. That story gives me chills every time. It's a reminder that sometimes, when we let go, amazing things can happen. And I'm certain that even after leaving The Chosen, God will open him even more doors with a lot more opportunities. And let's not forget the impact Jonathan's work has had on people like me. Through his portrayal, he's made Jesus feel relatable and approachable, someone I can connect with on a personal level. He once said, "If Jesus doesn't feel human, most people won't relate to him." And I think he's nailed it. Watching him bring that humanity to life has been a transformative experience for me. I hope to see him in a role that adds on top of this impact and continues to be a role model for all of us. Looking ahead, Jonathan recently has expressed interest in branching out into film and theater. He's talked about wanting to explore roles that allow him to showcase different aspects of his talent while staying true to his values. "I'm open to wherever the journey takes me," he said, "but I know it will always be guided by my faith and my desire to inspire others." For more weekly updates on Jonathan Roumie and The Chosen, make sure to like and follow. If you want to know Dallas Jenkins' feelings on The Chosen Season 5, watch the video on the screen.